This is a parsnip, and it finds itself squarely at the center of the biggest keto controversy to date. Parsnip chips are always being debated on keto forums. Some people swear that the carb count on them is accurate, and others, like us, we're pretty sure that it's a lie. It's a big lie. Trader Joe's claims that 1 ounce of cooked parsnip chips is 2 grams of net carbs. So today, we're going to put that to the test. We have 2 ounces right here of raw parsnips in the form of chips, generally about the shape that you would find the Trader Joe's chips to be in. This is 534 grams of canola oil. Trader Joe's uses sunflower oil and canola oil in their recipe when they make these. Not that Trader Joe's is like whipping these up in the back of the store, but so we're going to monitor how much the oil weighs afterwards, as well as how much the parsnip chips weigh afterwards, and try to do some number crunching and figure out the actual net carb count of the parsnip chips. So now we're going to fry up 2 ounces of parsnip chips. All right, let's see what happens. Oh yeah. Those are frying up nice. They smell just like the parsnip chips at Trader Joe's. Oh yeah, these are looking great. I'm actually thinking these might come out to be relatively low carb now that I'm seeing what's going on. I'm going to salt the parsnip chips just because Trader Joe's salts them, and that might add a little extra weight to it too. And here is the finished parsnip chips. These feel like the real thing. Parsnip chips are finished, and I've crunched all the numbers and everything, guys, and we have some cool findings. And definitely let me know if you see any flaws in this test we've done. So we put 2 ounces of parsnip chips in.
Raw.
56 grams worth of parsnips. What came out?
20 grams of parsnips.
This right here is 20 grams of parsnips, so less than 1 ounce.
With the salt salted on it.
And with the oil.
Yep.
So I did a little research after we fried it to kind of figure out what's going on with this. So it turns out parsnips are 80% water and 20% like starch, sugar,
right,
fiber. So most of what cooks away in the oil is water. I was trying to figure out like how much of the starch cooks away, how much of the sugar cooks away. Really not much. That's why it turns brown like this, because the sugar caramelizes, the starch caramelizes. So you can see that's pretty prevalent in these chips.
And the ones you get at stores, generally, like the Trader Joe's, have a nice deep brown hue to them.
Yeah, I was surprised. These smelled exactly like Trader Joe's parsnip chips when we tried them.
And they harden. Like when you take them out of the oil, they aren't as hard, but then they crisp up.
These are pretty, like, we replicated them pretty well. I'll say they're maybe a little bit thinner than Trader Joe's.
Yeah, which even goes more to the fact that they are wrong nutritionally.
Yeah. And yeah, on their label it says 15 chips too, is 1 ounce. And we have maybe 15 thin chips here, and it's 20 grams, so a little under an ounce. It's hard for me to... Their nutrition is just totally wrong. They don't care about being accurate.
I wonder where that comes from. Like, someone must...
it's crazy.
Determine that this is, like, right? People write the nutritional labels, and they...
I think they have to get them tested in a lab and, like, actually...
How is it even possible that they're allowed to?
They're currently lying. We've come to that conclusion. Because here's our breakdown. We put in 56 grams worth of parsnips. We took out 20 grams. The oil. We put in 534 grams of canola oil. We came out with 520 grams.
Right.
Using our best guesses, this is where there's a little bit of margin of error. We're saying 4 grams of oil was left just like dripping on the way
plate.
Yeah, to the plate, and just kind of like lost in the shuffle. So we're going to go with 10 grams of canola oil is currently here also. Do you agree with that assessment?
Absolutely. I just immediately jumped to the people that are going to come below about canola oil.
Well, we're trying to replicate. That's what Trader Joe's uses.
Yeah, they use canola oil and sunflower oil. We don't have sunflower oil.
No one does. So I've taken the estimate for 20 grams, extrapolated it to 28 grams, which I've said twice today already.
Loves the word extrapolate.
I said it at the grocery store earlier. And this is my estimate of the nutrition in this.
Okay.
And I think it's very accurate. Turns out it was not very accurate because I did the math wrong. I recalculated the numbers after I was listening to the video and I was like, that doesn't make sense. The nutrition for 1 ounce of parsnip chips is 14 grams of fat, 0.94 grams of protein, 14.1 grams of carbs, 3.9 grams of fiber, for a total net carbs of 10.2 grams per ounce. So those are the accurate numbers. Back to the video. Whether, like, regardless of the exact accuracy of this test, and I think it's relatively accurate.
Yeah.
Like, it's in, I would say, plus or minus 2 grams of net carbs per ounce. But regardless of how accurate I am, like, it's not physically possible to have 1 ounce of parsnip chips be 2 net carbs. Totally impossible. The bags of parsnip chips at Trader Joe's are just a straight lie. 100%.
We've even been recommended, there's ones at Whole Foods, most likely the same exact deal, which then also makes me think, is Whole Foods also doing it? Like, why are multiple companies able to do this?
I think there's just like one company and they all kind of like buy them and relabel them maybe.
Oh, maybe. Maybe this deserves some further digging by us or by you.
Yeah. Parsnip chips are a lie though, guys. Don't eat parsnip chips on keto. A lot of sugar. This right here is just like concentrated starch and sugar.
So we can't even eat them.
I mean, maybe we should just take a little nibble and see if they taste like Trader Joe's parsnip chips.
And Trader Joe's parsnip chips are so dope.
They are. Exactly.
They taste
Oh my gosh.
Man, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
But we knew it.
Yeah.
So now that we've actually proven it, you guys can't use that excuse like, well, you know, like you can't try and make it seem like, well, they wouldn't lie to me. You know, a big company wouldn't do that. Trader Joe's is a great company. They're also like, you know, good people who put out good products for cheap.
The real question is, why is Trader Joe's lying and not like, I'm sure they've been addressed about this like multiple times. They're just still doing it.
I mean, it's not like a sex scandal. They should just like be upfront about it, right?
Yeah.
Like there's no need to beat around the bush.
That's parsnip chips, y'all. These are a lie.
You've been saying y'all so much and it annoys me. I'm going to put it out on the airwaves so that you guys can call them out too.
It's just easier than saying you guys all the time.
No, it's not, because we're not in the Midwest or the South.
It's the South. Why people in the Midwest don't say
You're
y'all?
from the Midwest and you say y'all, so
I've adapted it because since doing YouTube, I realized it's faster to just say y'all.
We ramble for like 20 minutes. I don't think one word makes a difference, babe.
Fine. You guys have been lied to. Forward this video to corporate Joe's.
Trader Joe's. We're going to eat these. Psych!